has a very gentle and kind nature about him. He's always offering to be of assistance. And every time he speaks, he says something else that's like, yes, you're so right. Yes, I needed that. I needed to hear that today. Yes, that resonates with me. And so hearing that over and over again, I just felt like I should probably talk to this guy a little more and see what he's talking about. And he did explain what he does in a session somewhat. He didn't go into a lot of detail, but it was enough information to intrigue me, to pique my interest. So I thought I'd give it a shot. I'm in SEALs 11. And of course, we're supposed to have 8 deals in 6 months. So March 7th will be 6 months for me. And I don't have 8 deals. We have gotten some wonderful leads from Monument, and I feel like things are not panning out for me like I thought they would. And I want to see what I'm doing wrong to get in my own way. So I wondered if I had any blocks, any mental, emotional blocks that I wasn't aware of. And I thought maybe he'd be able to help me work through some of that. So, really, me not seeing the success that I wanted to have at this point is what made me reach out to see what I could be doing better or differently. I didn't find a block, or let me say, we didn't uncover any blocks, so to speak. I don't think the session went anything like I don't think the session went anything like either of us expected it to. He took me through a meditative visualization, and one of the things we discovered is that I've got too much going on, and that's not a surprise. As a matter of fact, my husband could attest to that very well. But I think what it exposed to me was I've got a lot of stuff going on, but it's not always the right stuff. It's not always the appropriate things that are in line with my goals. And so I've got to prioritize what's important. And I haven't been doing that. What he told me to do was to close my eyes and visualize Jesus. And so you may want to edit this out if you want to, but there's an episode of Good Times where JJ painted a black Jesus that looked like Ned the Wino. And then there's this white Jesus that I imagine that I've seen most of my life. And so, really, for a while, there was a struggle between which Jesus am I looking at? And finally, I didn't have to decide. The image just turned to his back was to me. He was in a all white, and his arm was around my shoulder. So his face, his skin color never even became an issue. I just visualized Jesus with his arm around me, and that was very comforting. And then it was as if he turned me towards him, put a hand on both of my shoulders. So he's looking at me like this and looking straight into my eyes. And there was just this peace and this calm and this relaxation. And it was beautiful. And the tears came when it was revealed that the tears came when it became clear that I hadn't been not only prioritizing my time well, but I hadn't been prioritizing my time with him. Jon asked me to visualize myself, and he wanted me to relax because at some point I think it looked like I was tensing up. So he wanted me to relax. And when I relaxed, I saw myself like with my arms stretched out and my head back. And I was just, like you would see a lot of times people in church, they're just like receiving whatever it is that God has to offer. I was in that receptive posture, but I was also extremely relaxed. And I felt like I was relaxed in his presence. And then towards the end, I couldn't see Jesus anymore. Like Jesus said, I'm out, not literally, but after he departed the visual, I saw myself in a white business outfit, and I was looked like I was posing maybe for my professional pictures or whatever, but I was just standing in such a posture of strength and power and like, I've got this. And it was almost as if I was seeing myself on the other side of success. And I don't know why I was wearing white, but I don't know if that was supposed to represent maybe the God in me. I don't know. I don't necessarily need to understand that, but I just remember I was in white and I felt strong and empowered and confident and successful and it was wonderful. Felt convicted that I needed to prioritize my time better and I needed to get in the word and get in the presence of God more. I also felt a sense of relief. I felt calm, but then there was also this sense of not necessarily urgency, but there was this sense of drive that, okay, now you know what you need to do it. Go put the steps in place to get it done. And I just keep visualizing this image of me in this white and I I'm going shopping. I'm going to try to find that outfit first of all, but I want to see that. So I want to put the steps in place to get me there. Would I recommend John to my friends and fellow real estate agents? Absolutely. I had a wonderful experience. I felt like I was safe in his presence, in John's presence. I didn't feel like he was going to infiltrate or I didn't feel like he was trying to pry. I really feel like he was just trying to help me get um I really feel like he was trying to help me get into a peaceful state of mind so I could see what was going on.